What does the future of politics look like for you, Ed, or when you're running for president?
Yeah, I'm probably not. I've been getting asked that. There was a great poll, and I was a story in Idaho about a year ago that I was running for the Senate, which I'm not even a resident of Idaho. I do have a house there, but I'm not even a resident. And I was leading in the poll, which is really exciting to hear, and I have no intention of running. But I don't think that political office is probably the place for me just because of all the fundraising that's required. I would serve. People say, "Oh, you take a pay cut." I'd be willing to take the pay cut. It's all of the running around with your hand out, raising money. All of that stuff is probably not for me. What I hope, though, the future of politics in our country is that there'll be a tipping point where we just don't want to do this anymore. I'm not so sure the two-party system's going to be forever here. You know, in our country, there's really two parties, the Democrats and the Republicans. And I think there's a lot of people like me who are like, I'm kind of like the Democrats socially, like, you know, people should be able to live their lives, and I love all people, and I want social justice. Same time, I don't want socialism in a welfare state. I want it to be capitalist and free enterprise and to have achievement. And I think that there'll probably be a third-party candidate eventually that breaks through. I really do believe that that'll be coming, and that would be the greatest thing for our country, is that these tribes and camps, their influence begins to be minimized by just good people with good ideas running for office. The reason it doesn't happen is money.
Yeah.
Is they can't raise enough money on their own. There's the very reason why I wouldn't run. And so there has to be a change in our country in the way that we fund politics. And the minute you take the funding away, advantage to these two groups of people, you'll see people from every walk of life, much more qualified people to lead countries, by the way, would be able to run that aren't affiliated with one of the two parties. So my hope, the saving grace, is that, and again, I just lost a bunch of people who are staunch Democrats or Republicans in our country, but it's when more independent thinking people can run for office, in my opinion.
And so you don't want to raise the money, and you also don't want the strings that are attached with the money. That whole thing is something you don't want to be involved with, which would keep you out of politics.
Yeah, that's one of the things I thought I was going to like about Trump a great deal, was that he didn't need that and funded it. And people don't give you money with no expectation. And you need a lot of money to run for political office in the United States. Although Trump won the Republican nomination by spending almost nothing compared to, what Hillary had raised, but he was a public figure already and had his own TV show. And, potentially someone like me could do that, who's got notoriety, that doesn't need to raise money to do it. But I'm optimistic that the two-party system could be broken, and I think that's the key to making politics healthy in my country.